this city council and this mayor and the previous mayor have done more for the A's than any other East Bay officials in history. They were basically 2 outs in the ninth before this thing went away.
The owners in League want a team in Vegas. They should approve an expansion team, but they should allow for the Oakland A's to stay rooted in their hometown.
The main reason that this is all folding is the owner, John Fisher.
Okay.
Now, John Fisher had a deal, and I mean, you could say John Fisher and Rob Manfred are mostly to blame. That's what fans will say. I will say the same thing.
I feel sorry for the fans in Oakland. I do not like this outcome. I understand why they feel the way they do. I think that the real question is, what is it that Oakland was prepared to do? There is no Oakland offer. Okay, I mean, they never got to the point where they had a plan to build a stadium at any site. And it's not just John Fisher.
What a difference a few years make. Manfred comes out in support of the A's and talking about how great it is and how Oakland needs a team and the A's need to stay. And then he comes out Thursday. I kind of winced when I saw him saying that. I mean, what do you mean they didn't have anything in place? I mean, had he ever heard of Howard Terminal? Because they were ready to go.
There was a site,
yeah,
and there was a plan, and they had it all lined up. But for whatever reason, Rob Manfred stood at the podium in New York and said none of that was true.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a fabrication, it was a canard, it was, well, Ann Killian of the Chronicle called it a lie.
It's great to see what is this year, almost an average Major League Baseball crowd in the facility for one night. That's a great thing.
He also poked at the fans, who last Tuesday went 27 strong. 27,000 people showed up at the Coliseum, and it was probably more than that. People who couldn't get in the parking lot turned around and went home.
Mm-hmm.
But that fan-fueled protest was just simply amazing.
My message is Fisher. It's not us. It's you. Stay in Oakland.
It's just an ugly situation. As late as 2018, Rob Manfred said if we were ever to leave Oakland, we would regret it. It's an up-and-coming community, and we want to stay there. That was 2018.
We've seen some wild stuff happen in the years that we've been doing this. And you brought up the fact that there could be musical chairs where maybe the A's stay and Fisher gets some kind of expansion franchise in Vegas.
Well, the last hurdle to pass is 75% approval of the 30 Major League Baseball ownerships. Now that seems like a slam dunk because these owners are just sick and tired of what's been going on with this A's team going back decades, going back. Charlie Finley was talking about moving the team to Denver, Steve Schott to Santa Clara, Lou Wolf to San Jose.
Yeah.
The Laney College thing melted down, and Fremont. I mean, you could name it. We could spend here all day about future potential sites for the Oakland A's. So they're all tired of it. They just say, get it done. John Fisher says Las Vegas, and they say hallelujah. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to pass. But hear me out on this one.
Okay.
Now,
hold on to something.
Talk about musical chairs.
Yeah.
When Montreal Expos, when they moved to Washington, here's what happened. Their owner became owner of the Marlins. The Marlins owners became owner of the Red Sox. There's big-time musical chairs going on. So anything goes in this monopoly called Major League Baseball. They do whatever they want with that antitrust exemption. So imagine this. John Fisher gets his team in Las Vegas.
Okay.
But it's an expansion team.
All right.
He gets an expansion team in Las Vegas. He sells the A's to local investors who keeps the team in Oakland, either at the Coliseum or pretty much it's all done at Howard Terminal. Take your pick. The minute something is for sale, the minute that John Fisher announces, hey, you know what, that's a good idea. I'll take an expansion team. You can have the A's. Joe Lacob is going to give somebody a call.
What do you tell the true blue diehards? I mean, the few thousand that are there every game.
I've written this. I've called the Oakland A's fans the best fans in baseball. Why? It's easy to be a Giants fan. It's easy to be a Dodger fan, a Yankee fan. They have beautiful ballparks. They promote their team. They spend. They win. The A's don't do any of that, yet people still show up. That 2,000 people show up is a miracle, not a debacle. So don't give me any of this nonsense that it's the A's fault that the team is moving to Las Vegas. It is the owner's fault. It is the commissioner's fault. And the fans are the least to blame. They don't deserve a shred of blame. John Fisher, he's gutted the team. He slashed the payroll. He's traded all the popular players. And he's raised ticket prices. What kind of marketing technique is that? Yet there are still A's fans out there who love their team. Go back to Tuesday. It was just one of the best days in Oakland franchise history. It was really amazing.
And the story continues. Thanks for a few minutes, John.
Thank you, Vern.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, my man.